Next stage, a man looking for trouble. What can you see beyond the darkness?
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boy.
Hey, welcome everyone to the live stream. How's it going? Is it going good?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Peter Austin, hello. How are you? How was your weekend? So excited to see more of Tomba 2. Got some of the new merch from TripleJump shop over the weekend.
Oh.
It's all fantastic. This stream is going to be so much fun. Hope all is well, my dude.
Might not be, Stephen. You never know. It might not be fun. You're just assuming that it's all going to be fun. I'm just tweeting saying that I'm live now. Well, I have tweeted that I'm saying that I'm live right now, and I didn't really proofread it because Boy was happening at the same time, and I was like, oh, quick, press send. Live with Tomba 2 right now. That's fine. Apart from the fact that we're using the NTSC version of the game and we're having to call it Tomba, but we'll just cope with it, I think. Worst things are happening in the world right now. Worst things are happening in the Houses of Parliament right now. So, it's not so bad over here. We're just playing a bit of PS1. Stephen, thank you for the 100 bits. Very kind. Welcome, everyone. Let me increase my chat slightly. Chat size. GY Goliath, with 2 gift subs. They've gone to Jess Macker 2 and It's Gavin Gaming, taking GY Goliath up to 434 gift subs in the chat. It was GY Goliath, wasn't it, who just raised some money for charity, was it not? Last week. I saw that was going on. We got James Jenkins to do a little plug, little nudge. So hopefully that went very well. We also have a Hexagon, who subscribed for 36
Peter
months.
Austin is one of the best dudes. The most awesome. Looking swell, my dude. Happy to see you as always.
Oh, well, that's very kind. Thank you very much indeed. Stephen, that was, with 100 bits. looking swell, my dear. Well, that's very kind. Thank you very much. Lovely. So, who's here in the chat? We've got Deadline Minis, we've got Donak, Trolley Badger, Sialog, Steven Skodes, Jimmy Chicken. We've got at least Trolley Badger and Lobrotovich here modding your asses off. That's how Ashton says ass. Ben and I are more of the school of arse, especially with my art streams. But, you know, we have to be all inclusive here. It's very exciting. I've been looking forward to playing this all day. I've just been kind of like almost wishing my day away. Like I've just been busying myself with little like odds and ends. By the way, if you have applied for the freelance job, the video editor that we advertised about 2 weeks ago now, I have been looking through those applicants today. So it is likely that anyone who has applied will hear back sort of within this week, I would have thought. And everyone will hear back from us, whether, you know, if they're successful or not. Because that was the worst thing when I was applying for jobs many years ago. Applied for, you know, many jobs, perhaps dozens, and some of them, not all of them, but some of them, you hear nothing back about, which is not good.
It went very well. I'm up to £600. Unfortunately tested positive for the vid this morning, so feeling a little plops.
Duo Goliath, well done to you for raising 600 big ones. I'm very sorry to hear that karma has really screwed you. You've raised £600 for charity. That should really like earn you a bit of, you know, a few brownie points with the universe. But no, it's like, you got COVID now. But hey, if anything, that means you've got like some really good things coming very soon, I'm sure. Because not only does the universe owe you £600, it owes you for giving you COVID after you just raised money for charity and had all your hair shaved off. Best of luck to you, Duo Goliath, with your good luck that is coming soon, I'm sure. Best of luck with your good luck. That's a strange thing. Good. Well, should we play the game, perhaps? We've been live for a few minutes. Enough time for people to arrive. Yes,
I sent my application last Friday.
Billy Ray Cyrus.
Looking forward to hearing back from you. TTJ Dick Salute.
TTJ Dick Salute. Thank you very much for the bits there, Stephen Skodes. I've got a little WhatsApp here from Ben Potter. I think he's just telling me about, he's been watching the Book of Boba Fett today. He's got the day off. He had a huge tattoo done yesterday by Steph, who is Sam Driver's partner. Steph's lovely. Sam Driver's lovely. Ben Potter's lovely. It was just a big, lovely day, I'm sure. I don't know if Sam was there. I wasn't there. But I'm assuming that's why Ben has the day off. I never asked, but I think he's recuperating from his big-ass arm tattoo. Not big-ass tattoo. Big-ass arm tattoo. Yes, he's enjoying the Book of Boba Fett. That's what he's messaging me about. And rightly so. I require regular updates as to how it's going. That sounds sarcastic, but no. So, good. You weren't there to hold Ben's hand when he got it done. No, I wasn't, Trolley Badger. I'm afraid I was otherwise indisposed yesterday. You know, that's fine. Tell Ben chat said hi, says Ali Pramana. I didn't actually reply to him, I just read the message. How rude, I've left him on red. Oh, what a bad person I am. Right, let me play the game, shall we? Bit of Tomba. Let's go over to that big black emulator screen and say continue. Oh, I've been looking forward to this all day. If I do a bit of twiddling, it should, there we go. You have to like do something in the game, otherwise it'll just play the sound and not show the video, which is great. So here we are. Oh, hang on. Okay, no, we're fine. I thought that thought my thumbstick wasn't working. Let me move my OBS up here. I'm hanging on this ladder because I think, actually, if I hang on here, I can't freeze to death. I've discovered an exploit. Maybe pop my chat over here. It's on the wrong window to where I normally have it, but this might work better, actually. No, I'll this is all meaningless to you guys because you can't see what I'm doing, but I'll do what I was planning on doing. That's just the sound of me dragging the window. There we go. Just loops the sound while you've grabbed hold of it like that. Good. So, TP was busy looking at unholy war cards on the internet. I actually discovered those the night before, but then the following day on Sunday, I was like, oh, I simply must tell Nicholas about these. Steven Skodes, thank you for the gift subs. Tomba's just going to hang out here while I just read these last couple of alerts, and then we'll move on. But if I stand on the snow here, I showed you this at the end of the last stream. If he chatters too much, he gets frozed. But I think this is a cheat here. Cheater Austin hanging out on the ladder. Thank you, Stephen, for gifting subs to Wisby and Bob Fock 22, taking Stephen up to a grand total of 249 gift subs. That's an awful lot. Thank you very much, Stephen. Alan Claw subscribed for 8 months. Have a laughing, crying mushroom on me. Alan, you may jest, but if you watched the previous stream, you may have seen that there was a laughing door that we passed in this game. There are also crying doors. We will be encountering laughing and crying foodstuffs in this game. Maybe just barely at the end of today's stream, but probably not. Depends if we stop to smell the roses. Stephen Skodes with 100 with another gift sub, actually. It's gone to Generic Kaiju, taking Stephen up to a nice round 250. Lovely. Thank you very much, Stephen. You've been busy today with your gift subs. I whacked the heating up when I came into this room because it was freezing cold. But now it's been on for a while. I just need to go over here, out of frame, turn it down. Oh, I've lost my game audio because I've yanked on my headphones. Oh, it's that thing that sometimes happens when we're all streaming together. You guys might still be able to actually hear the game, but... Oh, why is the game lagged up like that? Oh, what's going on? All I did was stand up. I now can't hear it. Do I do that? Is that how I do it? No? Oh. This isn't fun at all. Out of interest, can you guys still hear the game? Or have you lost it? Audio's gone. Okay, hang on. I might just close the game. That might help because it looks very unhappy for some reason. And I need to get my own sound back first. First and foremost. Will that work? No, that's the TV. Okay, right. I've got. Can you guys hear that now? If I do, not the game, but if I do that. Looks like it's coming through on the stream. Looks good to me. Gromit! They've gone wrong. Close the emulator and give it a little reboot. Hopefully, we should then be in buzziness. The Windows sound is there. Good to know. I hear that. You guys hear that, I think? So... And hopefully now it's not all laggy. No, it's fine. So we made it to the Kujara Ranch today, but I am tempted, just before we go any further, to trundle back to the coal mining town, and we'll just do a bit of coal mine riding. I also didn't notice. Oh, yikes! That when I cooked the meat in the cooking machine down here, when it came out of the oven, it said partially cooked meat. I only noticed that when I was watching the VOD back. I don't watch the whole VOD, but I just happened to go to the bit where it was thanks for all your help, Gran, and see, it's underdone meat. We've got to fix that. Can't go eating underdone meat. The smoke is not a good sign, but look, it's done to perfection. Oh. Underdone meat acquired. What? Oh, I know. Yeah. Okay, hang on. Have I got power coal? I'm sure I got the power coal, didn't I? Hang on, let me sort my inventory out. Power coal. I do have power coal. So at the moment, the machines aren't running at full efficacy. That's why it's not doing the meat properly. Even if you just keep cooking it and cooking it, it's not cooked well enough. Silog, by the way, I don't necessarily need the hints. I appreciate it, but equally, I've 100%ed this game many times in the past. It was a long time ago, but I will be solving all of these issues probably myself. So while I very much, if I need any assistance, I will definitely take it to the chat. But if I'm not saying that, then it's probably fine. No, don't be sorry. It's okay. No need to be sorry. I need to ride the what's-it out of Gran's house, I believe. Is this Gran's house or Tabby's house? Gran's house. Cool. Bing, boom, boom. So we ride this thing. It brings us down here. There should be a guy somewhere shoveling coal. This man, I think.
In fact, this underground machinery works because I wanted a way to transport fuel.
Really?
Hey, what's this? You got some good stuff. Let me have some of it.
Power coal. Down it goes. Oh. Petrol.
All right, this should give me enough heat.
So, we've now upgraded the machines, I believe. So, we've got to head down here. Head up here. Oops. And now the machines should work better. I'm wondering whether my my hardonium and stuff, low purity. I wonder if I have to cook them again as well. Not sure. If it gives me the option to, I'm guessing it means I do. Under the meat, yeah, I do need to cook these again as well. Well, what was even the point? I should have just put the power coal in straight away last time. Never mind. There we go. Sizzle. See, it's got two plumes of smoke coming out of it now. That's big time cooking happening there. Oh, that's a bit. Looks like a bottom. Well, it did. It doesn't look like one there. And I will do my meat, as it were, while I'm here. Hot meat coming through. Henlo, how tall in Tiny Pete? I'm going to assume that is a massively typoed question as to how tall I am. I am. I mean, it might ruin the whole shtick if I tell you. I'm 3 inches tall. It's all just camera trickery. No, I'm about 5'8", I think, 5'8". Oh, it comes out with garnish on it now. A big steak. Tiny Peter is the average American height. And Peter condones using pollution-causing fuels. That's right, I am pro-fossil fuels. I think they're a really good thing. Dig them out of the ground. Fracking, in fact. I'm pro-fracking. No, I'm not. Don't worry. He's to scale on your screen, says Ali Pramana. 5'8" is apparently the average American height. Well, I think that's how tall I am. I think I'm 5'8". I don't actually know, but I know I'm done now. I've cooked what I need to cook. So now this is a combining machine. I know all this, but there's signs to tell you. Hit the peg with the hammer to open the lid. So now, if we pop in our high purity lightomite, we're going to make a lightweight metal, but also one that is hard. It's going to be an alloy. Whoa, the effects. Oh, a light alloy. Now, if we give that to the trolleyman... Oh, in fact, it happens right now.
How did you make that light alloy when you're not a miner?
I am a miner. I'm only 8 years old.
Light alloy
Don't know how old Tomba is, actually.
I'd like to fix the underground trolley. The one we have is rickety. Doesn't move very fast anymore.
Remember me trying to get the cement to the end of the trolley run?
I'd like to take it down to the trolley stop. Make a really fast trolley.
Make a really fast trolley. I'm hoping that it's not going to like take X amount of in-game time or anything for me to have to... Right, have I got any more mud balls or anything? No, I don't. That's good. I don't actually have that many blue items in my inventory. You end up with a whole load of gubbins by the end of this game. So, yes, hopefully now... Oh, can I even be bothered? I never use my magic wings. Like, you finish the game with, like, 15 of them if you don't use them. So I'm going to be lazy, even though I'm, like, one area away. Just going to magic wings my way. Cheetah Austin, if you will. All the way over to the trolley stop and hope that we've now got a special trolley. But, you know, as I say, maybe there's some kind of in-game mechanic that stops it being ready straight away. I'm not sure. Let's speak to this man.
Shall we start the hoisting?
Shall we start the hoisting? Okay, he's not actually said that we've got a light alloy.
Deliver to that point over there.
But you can do the first trolley stop with the regular trolley. In fact, what happens is so there's 2 cement runs you have to do. There's 2 events. First one, and then the one where you have to go even faster. And then after you've done the first one, he will say, "Oh, we got another bucket of cement that needs to get there even quicker. But I don't think the current trolley we have can do it."
I think the cement takes 1 minute and 16 seconds to harden.
And then you have to like provide him with the light alloy. So it might be that this is still old-time trolley. But it doesn't matter because this first run is doable with broken trolley boy. I'm basically just not going to press the brake at all, apart from the very high. The high corner. Here. Oh, that was a close one. That was really close. Oh, so was that. Jeez. So you guys probably might not be able to tell us, like, see the difference, but I'm leaning to keep the trolley on the track. And when there are sparks just coming out of one side of the trolley. Oh my, did I jump over that seat of strength? I think I might have done. That is just the effect that happens when it's on 2 wheels. But if you see light sparks coming out of trolley wheels that are in the air, that's me applying the brake, which I hardly... If you want to make it to the end, you basically got to just not do that. Oh no, the cement is hardened. I hardly pressed the brake. Did they like nerf this in the PAL version? Because Adam was saying as well, he would have played the PAL version. He was saying that he really struggled with this as a kid, and I don't remember really struggling with it. I think I got it down to like 1 minute 13 or something, 1 minute 12. I mean, again, that would have been with the light alloy, but I'm not going to press the brake all the way there, apart from where I absolutely have to, which is at this steep bit at the top. I'm not pressed it there, but you have to press it there, otherwise you fall off. I'll have a couple of goes. A minecart should not be going that fast, says Samuel B Music. No, you're right, it really shouldn't. But we need to get the cement to the other side. Don't know why they don't just mix the cement there, but fine. Oh. I feel like I went up that hill slightly faster. I don't know, maybe not. This game doesn't mess around. What age is this for? I don't know. Oh, well, I got that seed. That might be a good sign that I got that seed of strength. Was I going fast enough, maybe? Maybe last time I was going slightly not fast enough to get that jump height. I don't know, though. I always feel like I'm getting near the end of the track down here. $10, $11, $12, $13, $14, $15. Oh! It's a cruel mistress. Have a couple, maybe 2 more tries. I don't know whether you lose a bit of speed while being in the air, so it's actually like more in your interest to get your speed down, and then like when your wheels are squeaking like that, I don't know if that is like also slowing you down. So maybe it's better to like slightly tap your brake to slow yourself down enough that you're not then you don't have squeaky wheels. You know, is there like a trade-off? Because really, my tactic at the moment is to just not press the brake, apart from in like the 2 places that I have to. But is it like, if keeping your wheels down is significant at all? I used to think that was like part of it, that like you really want to keep your wheels on the floor as much as anything else. Oh! I was even closer that time, I think. I don't know if anyone in chat knows whether like having your wheels down matters, or if it's just about don't press your brake. Is that all you have to worry about? Oh, I'm not looking. I just glanced at the chat there. That wasn't good. That might have cost me, because it seems like... I always judge that first jump about as to like how close I get to that left turn sign. See like how fast I'm going. Right, 50 seconds at that zigzag sign. Let's keep that in our heads. Or... See, I spent an awful lot of time up on my wheels there, and I'm wondering whether, like, is it quicker to just hit your brakes a little bit so your wheels don't stick up? See? That's my question. Who remembers that amazing moment during the Tomba 2 AGDQ run? Oh, hang on, what does that say? If the trolley is at high speed, more than 100 miles an hour, it will be harder to lean into the curves in time. Okay. I don't know if that is necessarily a concern in and of itself. But, I mean, if it's mentioned on the guide, then I suppose it does matter, but... Oh, see, we fell like short of that sign there. Yeah, I think we're going pretty slow here. I think leaning 50. Oh, I'm way slower than I was last time. I'm gonna fail this one on purpose. I'm gonna fall off. Let's make a note of the time I'm at when I do the first jump. In fact, that's probably not the best way to do it either. Hang on. I just want to... Fall off, Tomba. There we go. Apparently, if the wheels sparkle, it counts as braking. But the wiki also says that you should only need to brake twice. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I'm only braking twice. Haggard Blaggard, hello. Are there any arse-shaped flowers in this one? A little bit. Yeah, we'll see it. I mean, it's not the same. It's not one that you can grip onto and it will do a little fart cloud. But we're going to see a mountain peach today. And needless to say, a mountain peach looks just like an ass. See, I'm not sure about that. Anything off the trolley, dears? Yeah, who was it? It said Samuel B. Music says trouble with the trolley. Yeah, I actually am struggling a bit here. This is literally what Adam warned us about. 51. See, I think I'm going slower again than I've been before. Adam warned us when he popped in on the previous stream that... Okay, well, that wasn't even intentional there. Let's make this our last attempt. Okay, that's good. That's pretty good. Just keep our wheels flat all the way. Right. That was about 30 seconds there. Oh, I've slowed right down here. I just hit my brakes and I probably shouldn't have done. I don't know. That wasn't very good. But it was a 30-second mark that I did that first jump. $50 there. Oh, and there's that sign. I mean, it's not looking good, I don't think. Don't think I'm not leaning enough into these corners, I don't think. The cement's hardened. Jeez. It's like 3 seconds slow there. Okay, so watching your speed, you definitely seem to be dropping speed when the trolley is up 2 wheels and sparking, but not when cornering with wheels down, I think. Spanky for music. I think you're right. I'm tempted to do one more go. I said that would be our last turn, but like... Oh, that wasn't a good start. But I stayed down for most of that corner. I'm going to lean into like every corner. Even just these ones, you know? Just like little bits of corner. I'm pressing it really hard as well, like that matters, which it doesn't. Right, so you have to brake here. And then we jump. Yeah, see, that's better. I reached the sign there. Oh, the time wasn't any better, I don't think, necessarily, but I was going faster. And this is where I really lose my speed, this upward bit here. I get down to like 60 here. That's like the slowest I go on the whole run, I think. But 50. See, that was a bit better. That was 50 seconds when we went past the wiggly sign. We like the wiggly sign. One more is what I always say, and then I just keep trying, yeah. No, stay down. Oh, there's only one stripe of cement left in the bucket. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh! That was like... There was like one frame in that. At least we've got a time to aim for now. If I could do it in 1:16:12, I think that probably would be all right. I think that genuinely was 1 frame late. I think like the thing flashed up. It's like it did it in like it's slightly screwed up in how it actually presented the on-screen graphics to me because it was 1 frame. Oh, right. We made it to the sign. 30 when I landed. Oh, no, that was bad. See, that wasn't very good there. I think I do actually maybe need to just tickle the brake around that first corner. Slow down enough that I don't end up way up on my wheels. 56, 57, 58, 59, 49, sorry, 50. Yeah, we're a bit late here. I think we're going to do worse on this one. Oh, no, that wasn't very good. 13, 14, 15, 16. You made it! Tickle my brake, TP, says Lucy B. How dare you?
2, 1, go!
There we go. That's a better first corner there. One tiny bit of sparkage. And I'm starting to sort of learn the course now as well. I don't need to rely on actually looking at where we're going. I know where some of these turns are. See, this feels good. I've hardly been up on my wheels at all. Oh, this is a good one so far. Lost a lot of speed there though, got down to 57, so that wasn't very good. That little midsection, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51. Oh, I don't know. Not sure. It was a bad second section. Oh. It's so tight. It's so tight. This is a terrible way to transport concrete. They should rethink it. Terrible business practice. Yeah, you're right. Tiny Peter presents Tomba 2 Trolley Permadeath. It's like the new disc game, isn't it? I mean, no one wants to sit and watch me do the trolley run for like 2 hours, but I can't stop. I will not be doing trolley run number 2. Well, I have one go at it because maybe the light alloy actually makes it really easy. So we'll give it like one turn. But if it's not an instant win, I'm not going to do it. Okay, don't know how I feel about that. See, that corner is bad. I'm losing all my speed there, and I feel I need to maybe brake before that corner a little bit. Oh, 52, I'm falling off here. I'm jumping off. That was rubbish. Current poll, trolley run 24-hour stream. Yeah, okay. Peter will not stop streaming until he gets 115 on the trolley run. Oh no, that's a bad start. It's probably okay. It's probably still doable with a bit of squeak right at the start, but like, come on. I think I just let it go up there. It should just go up there, I think. Robert, it'd go up. Oh, that was a good first jump. No, brake, I forgot to brake there. I forget every time. I need to brake a little bit before that corner, I think.
So, Peter going for the 106% run? TTJ Cheeky Ben.
Cheeky Ben. Thank you, Stephen, for the 100 bits. 48, 49, 50, 51. Okay, it's not looking fabulous. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's not good. It's no good. What's the poll looking like? 100% of people say yes.
3, 2, 1.
One more try. Right, let's get a good first corner on us. I just tap the brake there, literally a single button press. Oh, stay down. That was a nice first section. Hit the brakes. There we go. See, I think ultimately you gain... I mean, you don't gain speed, but you lose less speed. Oh, I don't know. I'm still down to 55 by braking there. But I don't know. That felt better. But 48, 49, 50. No, I don't think that was better. Nah, I think that was a bad move. That's a bad miss. I don't really know what to do in that little, that pale area in the middle. Can I make up for it in a good third tunnel? Oh! No, I can't. That's long gone. This is literally my actual last go because I'm actually getting a bit bored of it now. If you lean well in the curves, you should only have to brake briefly at 2 points in the entire race. Once at around 22 seconds and once at 1 minute 5 seconds, says Lobrotovich from the guide. Okay. We will lean well into all the curves. See, I'm over-leaning in places. I'm like leaning preemptively and that's making me... And I don't really know how much to brake either, because you can hold the button down. Right, 21, 22. Oh, I see. So I'm letting it go up onto its wheels on that first corner. And then it's only on the second high corner, at the peak of that hill, that I'm hitting my brake. But maybe, actually, I should be... doing all right for time here, actually. It's been going pretty well. Maybe I should brake on that first corner where it goes up on its wheels. And that will not only keep my wheels down on that first corner, but then also keep them down on... on the corner that follows it. I'm going to try... I'm just going to try that new tactic once. I'm going to brake on the first steep... so there's two bits, one right after the other here in this area, this first... Let's call them laps. They're not laps, but lap 1, 2, and 3 between the jumps. And right at the end of here, I go up onto my wheels real high in a dip, and then I go up onto my wheels real high on like a peak. So here, if I brake a bit there... No, I don't know about that. I feel like I've got to brake it more at the top.
3, 2.
Do you go faster in the middle of the cart than when you're leaning? That's a good question. I don't know, actually. If you're on straight bits... whether you go faster not leaning. That's a good question. This is my actual last go. Because I wanted to do like the Kujara Ranch today, and we just spent the whole time in a bloody cave. Okay, I didn't brake there at the top. I braked... Oh, I braked in the dip. I didn't brake there either. 70 miles an hour. See, that was a much better speed loss, or a lesser speed loss. in that lap 2, if we're calling them laps. Oh, I'm doing all right. It was 49 seconds I hit the wiggly sign there. I'm just going to not screw up here. So hang on, I'm going to just check. Where's the next break? 1 minute 5 seconds. Oh no, I didn't break enough. I was risking it. I tapped it a bit, but I didn't. No, no. What? Quick game?
2, 1, go!
There we go.
Fail.
Right. No. Maybe at the end of the stream, for overtime, we'll go and do a few more trolley runs. But oh, I don't want to listen to this a-hole tell me that I'm a rubbish miner. Oh, see, you couldn't make it, huh? Whoopsie. Right, let's magic wings. 2. No, you're alright. I'll walk it, I'll hoof it. Right, we're all gonna have a nice time now in the Kujara Ranch. We're gonna all just enjoy ourselves. If he's so great, why isn't he doing it? Says Lobrovich. It's a good question. Oops. Oh, while I'm here, I'll just give this man my my meat. Oh, you can just pick up more, can you?
My cooking is gentle.
Why is it playing this sort of dramatic music?
Oh, I have some recipe ingredients. Let me show you what I can do.
All he does is chop it. And then he just hands you a steak sandwich.
Go on, bring me something good. If you find any other ingredients, bring them too.
Oops. I'll give him my other big steak. And these signs, we read them last time, but I've forgotten what they said. But they tell us what each food does. Because we've got some fish drying in the fisherman's village, remember? We left them on the drying rack, on the net.
Go on.
Yeah, what did he actually say, Samuel B. Music? Something about food being gentle on the body?
Did you find any new ingredients?
Oh. Oh, what was that? You? So what's a steak dried fish sandwich? Boiled potatoes. Steak sandwich. To cure oily smear, cook a big piece of meat in the burning machine to make a steak. I think we might actually need a steak sandwich for a man in the Kujara Ranch. So, up we go. Hop on the trolley. We made it. So we've got to keep moving, otherwise we'll freeze to death. We've got our hammer. Oh, hello. Magic wings. So we spoke to this girl before, and she told us that if I don't keep moving, I will freeze to death. And she is wearing flying squirrel clothes. Oops. Oh, there's snow fireflies here as well. Remember the leaf butterflies? In some ways, this game just really retreads old ground from the first game, but there's one. But sort of in a nice way. It's like a nice level of familiarity. They change things up just enough in the stuff that they have repeated. Right, this snowball has eyes. It's rolled off the edge. I've forgotten exactly what's in there. It might just be another pig, but I'm not going to try and fly across there yet because while it might be possible, it will be a lot easier another time. Hello, this is one of the sisters. Chimney.
I saw Santa Claus go into it. Really, I saw it.
Really? A chimney. Guys, it's about to get Christmassy. It's Crimmins. Merry Chrysler. Oh, what am I going to do?
This isn't good. What? Oh, sorry. I was just busy thinking.
Yeah.
Is anything wrong? You seem to be troubled.
Oh, I guess you overheard. Well, it's really embarrassing. I seem to have lost my big sack somewhere around here. It's very important that I have this. If I don't, I can't do my job.
A big sack? Don't you worry. Tomba, let's go look for it.
Why does Zippo sound like a South Park character? I've only just noticed that. Let me push. Push. Red chest. With a traveller's diary in it. Ah. Does she say anything now that we've knocked the chimney clear?
I saw it. That chimney covered with snow.
I saw Santa Claus go into it. Right, we've got another anemone here. This one actually sucks you in. The ones we saw in the mining area blow like hot steam at you, but those ones suck you in. And just like the ones down in the mining area, we can throw some. Oops, throw something. Yeah, just. Oh, Kajara's favourite. What was that? That looked a bit peachy. Yeah, just like that. Hot anemone, whatever it was called, fire anemone. We can. Oh, a sack. We can throw something into it and get an item out of it. So that we've got a stalk here. We can't climb it, but it's grown. Something grew from the snow there. Oh, spiky.
Are you a traveler? Sorry, but you won't be able to climb any further. You can't melt such a big piece of ice unless you had a fire hammer, but no one's found it. I've heard, though, that a big freeze pig might be hiding inside.
A traveller's diary probably includes plenty of traveller's tales, if you catch my drift. Very, very good. So, if I hop down here now, I've found his sack. What am I going to do? I think that's what he's saying.
What am I going to do? What?
Hey kid, that bag.
Kid, that bag.
I found it nearby.
No, you didn't. I did.
Oh, so it was around here. Well, thank you. You really saved me.
Merry Chrism, everyone.
I can finally get on my way. Oh my, it's all frozen.
So he gets his hammer, his fire hammer, out of the fireplace and gives it a whack. Whoa.
It really saved me. Thanks. Oh, here, let me give you this. This is called a fire hammer. As you can see, it's a hammer that has the power of fire.
Tomba saved Christmas. He did. Bum, 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 bum.
So, when you leave from this chimney and climb the ladder...
Why is Santa riding a sort of hover bike that has a pig nose on the front? Is he actually a villain?
There should be a big piece of ice you can test the hammer out on. Be careful, though. A big freeze pig might be hiding inside. Well, I should get going. Hope we can meet again. You have good eyes, little boy. Okay.
Off he goes. And they don't recognize him.
He just flew away. I wonder who he is.
I wonder who he is. They don't celebrate Christmas in the Tombi continent. So we now have a fire hammer, which is just a regular hammer, except with the power of fire. It's not any more powerful against enemies and stuff. All it does is it lets me like bash this thing through. So in a way, the regular hammer, you use it for about, well, for very briefly, and then it immediately gets usurped by a fire hammer. Well, you could say the same about the... do we have an ice boomerang yet? Yeah, we do. We got that straight away as well. Oh, hello. Look at these. Remember these boys? It's a cockabird. You must remember the cockabird. Look at this. That's a nice peachy piece of ass there. You asked if there'd be any more ass-shaped plants. There's one. Don't know about you, but I'm pretty turned on. Are you? Look at that. Take it in while you can because I'm about to grab it. Oh, mountain peach. Oh, there's a red chest there. Can we be banned from Twitch for that, possibly? Yeah, that's right. We've had a big sack, a cockabird, and a big mountain peach ass in the space of 1 minute. That's great. A lunchbox. Look at that, a stack of chests.
Cold. It's cold when you don't have flying squirrel clothes.
This guy sounds a little suspicious. He's kind of a bit Waylon Smithers.
What are you doing?
Hey, kid. How about playing a little game with me?
Stranger danger.
What do you mean?
Actually, I've hidden my journal somewhere on this ranch. Well, I don't think you'll find it. But if you do find it, I'll give you something good.
Oh, will you? I've already found it, my dude. Ack!
My journal.
Oh, he's sad.
Drat. I was so sure you wouldn't find it. You haven't read it. You haven't read inside, have you?
Yeah.
Then you shouldn't hide it.
Oh, well. A promise is a promise. Here, take this.
A green key. Wow.
It's a key for a treasure chest.
Stacked chests as well, Demic Kempton. It's a good point. That's pretty rude.
That's right. It's a green key for opening green treasure chests. Well, I don't really care about it, so don't worry about it.
Oh, I love this. So he had a key for green chests, right? He was just saying it's cold when you don't have flying squirrel clothes.
In fact, there's a green treasure chest right over there. Why don't you go try and open it? Well, I'm cold, so I'm going to get going.
Flying squirrel clothes. Right there. So now I can't freeze to death. Oh, a little dragonfly came out of me there. A little, what's it? And I can, better yet, I can fly. The game instantly changes as soon as you unlock flying squirrel clothes. It's brilliant. We can do all sorts of things now that we couldn't do before. We can climb ice. This icy pole. See, it's got claws. So ordinarily, like before we had this, we would have slipped down this pole. Climb all the way up here. Oops. If I can flip and navigate my way. Oh, there's a green chest up there that I've just missed. Then you shouldn't hide it. All right, Zippo. Jeez. Ah! It's a hedgehog. Look at these. These things are pretty scary. Got to go fast. Whoop. So now, oops! Oh wow! It absolutely flew right off there. Right. Well, that hedgehog is not going to respawn. This one though, I might be able to throw that one all the way down. If I keep biffing it with the hammer, I'm probably... Okay, yeah, this might work. There we go. See an enemy's ice. Got the enemy's icy dregs. That's what we wanted. Ow!
Look, Tomba, the tree's turned to stone. What happened here?
It's a tiny tree. Tiny treater. So we'll come back to that, needless to say, later on. That sound that you can hear is the sound of a bird flapping its wings, which we can't really get to without a grapple. But if I pull this rope, I turn into a snowball, which is fun. And then I just sort of bonk there. I don't really know why that is a thing, but it's fine. So I'm going to head over here. Oh no, hang on. Oh yeah, there's a snow... Yeah, you can extend the icicle. I've remembered now. I'll do that later, but... We've killed the pig that is on that... Next to that an enemy, so we'll have to come back another time and get it again. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm going for... the green chest up here. God, I can't wait till I've got a grapple as well. Spoilers! There we go. This'll do it. Yeah, the flying squirrel clothes are way better than the... Remember the parasol we had in Tomba 1? That was pretty weird. Oh, a pot of life half acquired. Right, lovely. So now we can go and... Oops! Oh, I'm going to die. But now the pig might have respawned, actually. Yes, it has. All the pigs have respawned. So this snow, I'll just do this now, otherwise I'll forget. So there's this icicle here. Oh, actually, we can still get over here. I forgot about that. But anyway, the point is that if you throw this snowball on that icicle, it wets it and it gets longer. So that makes that longer. So you can go down there. There's an AP box up here. Oh, we don't have 500,000 yet. Okay. And then we fly over here. Oh, we've got a bird attacking me. It's all right. Can't get past the... Oh, one of those. Okay. I know that, so there's this egg here, but I'm gonna wait until late. That's a really late game quest, and although I can break that open now, I might just wait so it's a bit more, we've got a bit more context when I actually need it. I will grab this though. Oh yeah, I can't break this yet. This is a snow firefly nest, so when it comes to collecting snow fireflies, we want to break into that, but we can't do it from there. But there will be a way in due course. So much to do. So exciting. And we can still keep gathering snow fireflies from the snow as well by running around, kicking them up. But that's fine. Don't need to do any more of that for now. So here's a snowball. It's not a pig, it's a snowball. Throw that in there for the second Anemone's icy dregs. So that is all the dregs now that I need. I've got both fire ones, both ice ones. They are for a potion later on. Here we go. So chuck that away. If you hang on to those snowballs too long, you actually get, they start rolling and you get bundled up and it turns into a bigger snowball. Right, so if I hit this, this looks like it's going to be a big scary boss fight, but actually, ow. You just whack him a couple of times with the fire hammer. And that's it. And you never really fight anything that big and scary ever again for the rest of the game. Even the evil pig bosses aren't that scary. Ooh. Just low-key, like the biggest, scariest monster in the game.
Wow, this is some tool. It melted that huge ice pig in a flash. Now we can make it all the way to the lift shed.
Sweet. Biff that hole open. Later on, I need to do a thing there. There's a nice... Oh, 2 of these, actually, yeah. There's, like, a nice degree of backtracking in this game, I find. Like, I mean, again, maybe it's just because I know the game. Just came down here to get that crystal, really. There we go. It might partly be because I know the game that well that like it doesn't seem overwhelming to me. And it doesn't seem like, you know, a lot of legwork to you know, do backtracking and stuff. But I don't know. To me, like, I think it just works quite nicely. Just gives you a reason to go back and forth and extend the game in like a not... It's not like a super artificial kind of way. You feel like you're exploring a world and that like later on... There's potatoes everywhere. There's a ghost sticker here. Oh, hang on. You know, you feel like you're exploring the world, and then later on when someone says, oh, I wonder what will where my thing is, you're like, oh, I know where I can go and look for that. So, yeah, I quite like it. This is a ghost sticker. That's all we get for now. You just look at it and it says ghost sticker, and you don't know what that is. Here we go. Fam!
What's the matter, kid? You need something?
This guy is my fam. He's your fam.
How does the lift here run?
Well, just look at this.
Seems like it doesn't have any energy.
It.
Yeah, this lift is powered by the Kujara, but lately it hasn't had any energy. At this rate, the lift won't be able to run.
By it, I think they mean plural. The Kajara, the 2 Kajara don't have any energy.
If it's fed its favorite mountain peach that's found in the snow, it might feel better.
Well, my dude, look, give it some ass. Oh, look at them eating that ass. Look at this green person as well next to us. Just kind of a...
Oh, it's moving! Thank you. Now the gondola that connects the summit to the forest can finally be completed. Oh!
Okay, so these are Kajara. They're little, like, little bird fellas. They're cute. We love Kajara. We want Kajara merch. We want to hug a real-life Kajara. And this is a green person.
If you're going up top, you should wear flying squirrel clothes.
Yeah, if you go up top without flying squirrel... In fact, let's see what happens. Fast pants. So it's even colder in the upper ranch. Me calling that guy fam is not going to pay off until much later on. I thought he introduced himself there, but he doesn't. Anyway. Oh. What's going on there? We'll be back in a second. If you try and run here. You get all frozzed up, so you don't want to do that. You just get instantly frozen in that area. But, look here. Is he naked? Oh no, he's not.
So we meet again.
It's Kynan, everyone. Remember Kynan?
Kynan, what happened? What are you doing here?
Well, for tired travelers, spas are great. But in this case, the hot water's all gone.
Oh, this guy's obsessed with water. We need one more bucket of water. So I had to bring him cold water for the house that was on fire. 2 buckets worth. Now I have to bring in buckets of boiling water. Remember the boiling water we've got in the mine area? So maybe before we progress any further, because I also need some water for this this flower. Hopefully I only need to give him 1 bucket of boiling water. That would be good. Oh, I've got a water. Okay, well, I'll give that to the flower. That's good. And what I'm going to do, actually, is use those magic wings and head all the way back to the starting beach. Because there's just bits and bobs now that I can start clearing up. Now I've got flying squirrel clothes. Now that I've got a green treasure chest key. So I'll just do a bit of a tidy up. Open some chests. Check on the chicks. See if they've grown yet. Ow. They're still little chubby boys and girls. Look at them, little round things. Pretty sure they eventually like get less chubby and bigger, and they just look like coloured seagulls. There's a thing. Oh, I've got my fish to collect. There's so much to do. Hell yeah, 4 dried fish. So, swang this net all the way up. Is that going to be high enough for me to... No. Might need a grapple to get that. Chest up there. Never mind. That's fine. Dun, dun, dun. Just check one more time. There's not any on this side? I don't think there is. Oh, there's one. Oh yeah. So keep your eyes peeled for green chests. I think there might be one. Is there one up here somewhere? There's a white one all the way up there, but that's fine. But now I can glide all the way over here and grab this rock and get up here, see? So, now we've got another pot of life. There's some stuff inside this thing. That's a healthy lunch, I think. But we can't get in. Certain tool is required. This is a... I thought, oh yeah, it's over there. There's a green chest down there. Let me just check on this roof as well. No, we're fine. So it's a green chest down here. Blue one on the roof. Nope. Get off. Okay. And I'm just gonna swing all the way up to full height. Do a big overpass. Because there might be something. Might be a green chest up high. I don't think there is, but you never know. There's a green chest, but I can't reach it without a grapple, so that's fine. No worries. So now I'll walk to Wynn's Windmill. Oops. Oh. What does Wynn say if I speak to him at this point?
You can use magic wings to teleport to distant lands. A very helpful item. But you can't fly anywhere except where you've been before.
So we need some boiling water for Kynan. And while we're at the boiling water place, I am going to boil some potatoes. What is the deal with this room? I've forgotten. There's a hungry man in here, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, he wants water.
Happy 420
Oh, no.
BBB blazed my dude's Lord 16 dab.
I've just poured...
Since we were on a farm and it is hammer time, according to the title, here are some sweet tool jokes. What is the smartest tool? A thermometer because it has so many degrees. Ha ha ha. If Snoop Dogg was a carpenter, what would be his favorite tool? A faux chisel. Hi-e.
A what?
How did the lumberjack break his tools?
Oh, a faux chisel.
It was an accident. Ho ho ho. What do you call a tool used by a Polish combat medic? A war saw. Ha-oo-oo. Moggy power tool.
I was confused by accident as well for a minute there.
Trolley Tomba blaze.
Oh. I've come back here. I'm going to get some water for that man. I like how that man has been gasping for a drink since the last stream, and I've just poured my water on a flipping flower. He'll be okay. Right, we got it. Blaze it, everyone. 420. It is blazy, blaze time, etc. Blaze it, my dudes. Thank you, Steven Skodes and Lobrotovich. Excellent jokes, Lobrotovich. So good, in fact, that I didn't understand two of them verbally. I had to read them because, Robot Lady, she's so good at that delivery. She's a real comedienne. Have I spoken to this man? He doesn't say much. He just welcomes you to the area.
Its fast speed and jumping distance are mighty convenient.
I think this might be the Winkler. Hello?
You move by holding square.
Square?
Also, you can use a weapon to extend distance and power. I've seen it work against enemies.
Oh. I sort of forget sometimes to speak to NPCs because I'm so used to them having very little to offer me. But, you guys won't have heard what some of these people have to say. So I should try and remember to speak to everyone. Right, let's give this goddamn idiot a water bucket. Bleh, 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 bleh. Oh, is he alright? He still looks ill. Is he hungry now?
Thank you. You saved me.
You're welcome.
I've got to pay you back somehow.
What are you going to give me? Oh, I think I know what he gives me.
Got it.
Oops.
I'll give you some information. It's supposed to be a secret, of course.
Right.
Have you ever heard of the Tower of Courage? Well,
No.
There was something about a legendary tower that nobody can find anymore. In fact, I am on a journey looking for that very tower. There are all sorts of rumors about the fabulous treasures hidden in that tower. What do you think? Isn't it enough to stir your blood?
That's all he gives us. Bit of info. Of course, I know where the Tower of Courage is. But I'm not telling you guys. Suckers. I think there might be still a few things for me to discover in mud balls, so I might just do a quick dip. Hop down here. Can't get any of those items yet that are on the underside of... Oh. You can hit a fire pig with a fire hammer and he dislikes it as much as everyone, which is kind of weird. Oh, no mud ball on here. I need to dip it more. Right. Got a green chest over there. We've got a first-time chat from Squid Vicious, which is an excellent username. Hey, just wanted to say I love all the videos. Well, thank you, Squid Vicious. Thank you for that. Oh. Hey, while we're here, should we go and do a trolley run? No. I'm very much joking. Right, mud ball. I can probably grab that, yeah. Let's get another mud ball. Eventually, if you keep washing mud balls, they'll start to just give you like 1-up at like single HP apples and stuff. But for a time, they are actually worth having and worth. Right, so that's filled up with boiling water. If I place my taters here, I'm hoping can I place all of them? No. You step back a bit. No, okay. Half-boiled potato. Jesus. Come on. Boiled potato. Right, come on, let's get this over with. I might be able to actually do this real quick. If I whack, that goes instantly. Can I then place it down again and get... No. I can at least pick them up very quickly, but I can't cheat the system and like boil a potato, do 2 boilings in one, because of the stupid animation that he does. Right, there we go. That's all my potatoes boiled. That was slightly less painful than I thought it would be. And I will quickly now just grab the mud balls from the things that I have dipped. So this one is pulling up the one that's in the corner of the map. So we've got that one. No, hang on, what am I doing? Go down. Run over here. There we go. That's probably enough mud balls to get all of the actual worthwhile treasures from it. Need to get a guy some clay, don't I, at one point? I think that's one of the things I need to get, and I think that is found in a mud ball. Oh, there's a green chest up there. Oh, magic juice. That increases your mana, which is something that has not come up yet at all, and won't come up for a little while. There's a pot of life. Ow. My dude, come on. Why you gotta be rude like that? So now I can go and give my boiled potatoes to the chef. Although before I do that, I'm going to quickly head to the downstairs room and cook 2 more steaks as well. And then I'm not going to pick up any more meat. Just making sure I've got enough steak sandwiches for any quests that will require them. Should only need to cook these once now that I've got a super energized machine, I hope. It's not going to be half cooked, I don't think. That looks good to me. Oh, I could really go for a steak right now. Big piece of meat. I thought I had 2 more big pieces. Oh, I do, but it's just not. Got to hit the thing first, that's why. Game loves to just make it a little bit harder for you. So Sony just announced they're acquiring Bungie for $3.7 billion. They didn't. Did they? They didn't. That can't possibly be true. Why would Sony be permitted to buy Bungie? They really did. They did. Everyone is saying in the chat. What? Sony are buying Bungie? That almost just seems like a petty move. Like they have acquired a inherently Xbox related company. I know they're not like entirely Xbox, but you know, people think of Bungie and they think of Halo. And I know they're no longer making Halo, but it's the associations, isn't it? It's like Microsoft owning Crash Bandicoot, you know? I know that them acquiring Bungie isn't going to mean that they then own Halo, but it's a kind of a... Oh, what am I going down here for? What an idiot. I'm going to the chef's house. Just seems like a bit of a funny move. That's really strange. I mean, I don't play Destiny, so it doesn't affect me one way or the other. And also, I play PC, so all these anything that Microsoft acquires doesn't bother me as a PS5 player because... Yes, I did. So... I'm afraid we've got to sit here now and watch this man cook for a while. But let's talk about that, shall we? Just briefly. While he chops up 4 potatoes and 2 steaks.
Go on, bring me something good. If you find any other ingredients.
Sony instantly showing how they're better than Microsoft, says Lucy B. I don't know about that. According to Wikipedia, in January 2022, PlayStation announced that Bungie was joining PlayStation Studios, though stipulating they would remain an independent and multi-platform studio and publisher. Includes citation. So have they done that purely to do a power move and be like, hey, we've made an acquisition, but we're going to let that studio continue to release stuff on multi-platform? Just going to put that out there, you know, we're allowing it. So maybe Microsoft, maybe you need to do it too. That might be what they're going for there, because they want Activision to continue to be multi-platform. So have they deliberately bought a studio and then very publicly said, we're not going to make this exclusive? Thing is, they're not really comparable, are they? Because Activision is such a large... Activision's a publisher for a start, and even if it wasn't a publisher, the fact that it has such a large, portfolio, it's difficult to say, well, we've done this, so you should do the same thing. I'm a Sony fan, and people... Maybe... I don't know if it's surprising that for you guys to hear me saying that that's a stupid thing, but it's stupid. I don't mean it's a stupid business move. It's probably a fairly intelligent one, but it's just kind of silly, I think. And that's me as an owner of a PS5. That's just what a weird story. And yeah, it does ruin things for consumers as well. If everyone's going to just start monopolizing and buying up stuff, that's not ideal. I heard that there were rumors going around on the weekend, and maybe it's based off this, maybe something got lost in translation, but I heard that Sony were looking into purchasing Ubisoft, and I was like, number one, I don't know if they can afford to do that, and number two, I don't know if they would do that. But I'd have been game for them to purchase Ubisoft. Other people were saying, what about EA? Maybe they'll purchase EA. I don't think there was ever rumors that they would do that, but people were just speculating what would happen if they did. And I'd have been game for, well, apart from the whole monopolization and stuff, but if you just take it as read that acquisitions are going to be made, who would you like us to buy? I would say Hey, someone buy Ubisoft or EA and just get them to stop being as bad as they are. I'm a great big snowball boy. Look at me. Okay, so we got some... Oh, wait, did I get boiling... Yeah, I did get boiling water. Okay, that's what I left for in the first place. Let me throw this snowball... Oh, no. Oh, never mind. You throw stuff into this hole here, and stuff comes out of the top hole up there, gets pushed out. Can someone just please bring back Unholy War, I don't care who, says Lobrotovich. The issue there, Lobrotovich, I'm going to jump over that potato because I don't want an unboiled potato in my inventory. The issue with that is that although it was developed by Toys for Bob, who are now owned by Activision, it was published by Crystal Dynamics and Eidos, who are now owned by Square Enix. So you've got the rights holders being Square Enix, who are probably not in the market to start remaking or doing sequels to dead PS1 games.
Hey, wait a minute. I need hot water, but you're going to get it on me. Okay. Pour in the hot water. I think I'm going to freeze to death.
But, you know, if Toys for Bob had somehow retained the rights to the game, then Activision could potentially do something with it, but they never would. But that would be nice.
Tiny looks so relaxed in there, Tomba.
I'm about ready to get out. You guys ought to try it. You'll feel better afterward.
I think if you use this spa, if you... Oh, he's getting changed. He got naked there for a minute, I think. So you can step into this spring.
See ya. Maybe we'll meet again sometime.
And it cures you of all ill effects, I believe. It like gives you full health. And for example, that's a view up there from Quingtastic, who is a new sub. Thank you very much for subscribing, Quingtastic. Welcome to the Walrus Clan. Thanks for subscribing via Prime. So these are horrible little springy yellow things, and they shoot oil at you. And if they shoot oil at you, let one shoot me. You catch the oily smear. So now I'm all oiled up. So there's a couple of things that happen here. If you go near fire, it burns the oil, and that does 1 HP damage, but it does then cure the oily smear. But also... Right, I've got the oily smear again. Do you remember we can eat a steak sandwich to cure the oily smear? It said so in the kitchen. I'm not going to waste my steak sandwich because I think also this spa, hot spring, cures you of the oily smear. It cures... There are like other like ill effects that you can get in this game. And I think it might cure all of them. I think even laughing and crying, maybe? I don't actually know. I don't know if I've ever tried that, but I'll have to give it a go. So we've got all these blocks here. Some of them are icy blocks. Some of them are stone blocks. We can melt the icy ones with our hammer. Hammer time. In here we've got the girls. See, this is a man who's caught the oily smear.
Some nasty little creature got me all covered with oil. But I've heard about some sort of food that can get this oil off.
I'm not sure what else the oily smear does to you, whether it's just don't go near fire, or if it has more effects, like maybe when I learn how to swim, maybe I can't swim with the oily smear, or like stuff like that. I'm not sure. If someone wants to look it up on the Tomba wiki, I'd be interested to know what other effects it has. Apart from the fact that you get lit on fire. Your fire hammer will also light you on fire if you swing it while you're oily. Now we have an oily spa, says Lord Protovich. That's a good point. I've just made it all... It's got a film on the top.
In return, I've got a secret for you.
Is it about a tower of...
I'm searching for the Tower of Strength.
Strength, not courage. There's multiple towers.
A legendary tower that no one's ever visited.
Well, how does anyone know about it then?
With a name like Tower of Strength, it must be a place where you can win great strength. I'm going to attack that stronghold.
Whoa. Right, I best talk to these girls now. I don't really... I seem to remember this is a long conversation, but maybe it's not.
Wow, you're a traveler. Just what I was looking for.
Rich and Roll subscribed via Prime for a whole year now. 12 months. Thank you very much, Rich and Roll. Congratulations. 12 whole months, plus the other months that I forgot to resubscribe. That's okay, Rich.
You're probably really bored. Run off and go play. Okay, let's play hide and seek.
Wait, just a minute. So we'll hide and you come look for us.
Come find us.
But I can't all of a sudden.
But I can't all of a sudden.
Warning, no one has ever beaten us at hide and seek on this ranch. If you find us, we'll give you a firefly that's as bright as the snow. Okay? We're off to the lower ranch.
Is that all I get? A couple of snow fireflies? I might leave that for now, that quest.
Those kids.
So they just go back down to the lower ranch and they hide in 3 places, and they're not that hard to find. But if I let this one oil me up... if I swing my hammer now, then again I lose 1 HP, but it burns the oil off, which is good. And the other thing, if you're really good actually with the oily smear, what you can do, well, not if you're really good with it, but the smart thing to do is to let them oil you up. Well, not let them, but if you're running around and you just happen to get hit, is what I mean. You should never let them, but like, you're like, oh no, you quickly swing your hammer because you've still got iframes from when you got hit in the first place. So then you burn off the oil really quick, like instantly, but you don't take any damage from it because you're already on invincibility frames. See, like, there happened. No, I don't know if it did actually, but whatever. These blocks you can push around as well. I think the stone ones you can. Oh no, you can't, but you can push the icy ones. There's a little Kajara in that one. I'm just going to wait a moment. Clear some other stuff out first. This is a locked door. There are these all over the world. It's a pro gamer tip right there. There, it certainly is. Yeah, don't forget, swing your hammer if you get an oily smear. Or consult a physician, one or the other, I suppose. Now look at this. This is a special cube of ice, you can tell, because it has a different texture. And if you push it, it goes down there. Hello, not green person. Well, you are green, but yeah.
Over to the sculptors to see his sculptures.
Sculptors to see his sculptures. Are they?
Ooh, look at the time. Break time's over. Got to get back to washing the Kujara. See you later.
If we go down here into the sculptor's hut. All houses are entered through the roof in this area for some reason. Hello, Mr. Sculptor.
What? You want to get carved up like this ice?
You want to get carved up by this ice? So you push this and watch his reaction. Oh, he says. This is very good news. I have ice now that I can carve into something.
It's great. The luster and clarity. Everything's first class.
The luster and clarity.
And that color. Rumor has it, it's famous. The eternal ice. Hey, you. Since this ice sculpture's in my room, it belongs to me.
Right.
Sure. It's okay, isn't it, Tomba?
I pushed it in here, you idiot. Ice to meet you.
I'm going to do it. The supreme ice sculpture.
So this guy starts carving a sculpture. It takes him flipping ages, so you have to come back way later. He's doing that for a long time now. I'm not sure what the exact in-game requirements are for him to have finished the sculpture, whether you have to do X number of events or like you have to unlock a certain part of the world. Jesus. Oh, see you later. Whatever. What's in here? The tool shed. Oh. I always thought this looks like a spanner. But it's not. It's meant to be a fuse. Oh, I suppose it's like fuse wire between two points, isn't it? That's real. That's old style fuses. You don't have those nowadays. Once upon a time, for those of you who are too young to remember. Wow, Grandad Peter really telling you an old war story here. Fuses used to just be wire. So you know where you would put a fuse in, take a fuse out. It's a classic video game trope. Find the fuse. It used to just be a strip of wire that would between 2 points. Oh no, we don't want that. If there was like a surge through your house, through that fuse, it would just literally burn the wire. Oh no, I died. So rather than having a thing that flips like like a trip, it would just burn the wire and break the circuit. So back in the day, you had fuse wire in your house and you used that in your fuse box. You just replace the wire when it burns out. We don't do that anymore. More like Peter Oldston, am I right? Back in Peter's day, the 1890s, yeah. It was still used to be a thing in the 1990s. We had that in, I think, in our house when I was a kid. We had fuse wire. So I'm trying not to, like I said, I didn't want to like get too ahead of myself on doing the solutions to quests before I've even been given them. So you might have seen me leaving out a few items and objects as I've been going along because
Can be raised with this crank. But someone's taken the hexagon gear.
The hexagon gear.
If you find it for me, I'll raise the ladder for you.
Raise the ladder. Somebody's taken the hexagon gear. So I can't get up here. And then also, no, hang on. Up here. This is where we need to go to progress. Oh, it's my fam. Dude, fam.
Hey kids, welcome.
Hello.
Oh, I haven't introduced myself. I'm Fam. I own this ranch.
Fam.
Pleased to meet you.
Bam! Is the gondola for going to the forest ready?
It is, but
What's wrong?
well, just come here.
What?
Don't know why it's skipping to the next line every time. It's a bit annoying, but never mind. So we got some spiky things. We got a big needle. We got some chains into a rock. Looks like a sea mine.
Whoa! What is this?
It's a machine to collect the Kujara's static electricity.
Static electricity? Is that the little shocks you get when things rub together in the winter?
When things rub together in the winter.
That's right. You're pretty smart. On the other side of that rock wall, I'm building a gondola that can go to...
That can go. Everyone knows you only get static electricity in the winter. It's true.
to the forest, but the rock wall is too hard and I can't break it in the normal way.
Can we use my hammer?
I see. So you're gonna cause an explosion using static electricity.
Wow, you're pretty smart, little fellow. That's exactly right.
An explosion.
But in order for there to be an explosion, there has to be lots of static.
That's where the Kujara comes in. When it's cold, their hair becomes long and has lots of static. Let me see. I think if I have 3, that should be fine.
We need to look all over for pig bags for the evil pigs anyway. Why don't we help him, Tomba?
So we're looking for evil pig bags to cure curses. We're also looking for... We know that Tabby has been taken by the evil pigs. So that's our motivation. Our friend / girlfriend / friend / girlfriend, Tabby, has been taken. So we're trying to, like, you know, do in the evil pigs. So we want to cure this area. We want to find the ice pig bag. Remember, oh, look at this row of... no, that was not good. That was a real bad attempt. Although, can I... Oh no, I think I've just got to fly underneath each one and use my boomerang. Not bad. Not bad. I'm going to go for the last one. Great. So I can't get those without a grapple, but that's fine. Yes. So now I need to get the hexagon gear. And also, I need to find 3 Kujara. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If you didn't watch Tomba 1, or if you've forgotten, remember that there are evil pigs who are sort of elemental in nature, who have cursed parts of this land. So an ice pig has frozen this place up, for example. The oily smear. And the fire pig has made a mess of the mining area. That's why there's all the lava there. That's not supposed to be there. Ah! I'm carrying Kajara on my head, by the way, if you hadn't noticed. It just comes with me, which is nice. There's one here. So, yeah, we have to defeat the evil pigs to cure those areas of their curses. And in order to do that, you have to find the pig bag of the relevant colour/element. And when you're carrying that pig bag, it will reveal the secret hideout of any given evil pig, which could be anywhere. It's not in the land where they've put their curse, it's in a different area. And then when you go in there, you fight the pig, and if you can throw it into the pig bag, then the pig will be captured and the curse will be lifted. And then the whole world will change, like, right before your eyes.
Good. Let's get this thing going.
You found the hexagon gear. We used to call our minivan Snow Pig, says Alex K. Hansen. I think it's actually the Ice Pig in this game rather than the Snow Pig, but it's the same thing. Can I play the whole game with 3 Kajara on my head? I would like to do that. The answer is no. But it would be nice. I'm sure if someone hacked the game, they could I don't know about very easily, but, you know. I've seen people do some... Oh, itching self. I've seen people do some crazy stuff with PlayStation hacking. Magic wings. Yeah. Oh. Oh, nice. Squish that one under the ice. Oh, here's a little puzzle. There's a chest down there, but if you break the ice, then you can't get to the chest. You can't move these blocks. You can't push the stone blocks anyway, so you have to like do the right thing there to make sure it doesn't get covered up. But that's fine. That's for later on. We don't have a white key yet. We don't have a blue key yet, which you get before the white key, so we'll be a while before we get a white key. So, I'm going to take these 3 Kajara to Fam. The Summit Shed. Goodness, is it nearly 7 PM? Well, we'll move into the next area and just play a little bit of that. Because actually everything you've seen up to this point, pretty much everything, apart from a few of the side quests, I already did on my first run in a single 2-hour session.
Bam! We've collected 3. Is it gonna work?
So people might be a bit curious as to what happens in the next area, which I have not yet explored ever on stream.
Well, just watch and see.
Red, blue, yellow, green. Off they go. I love these crazy contraptions that everyone has. We had Wynn's windmill that just made some stairs. Look at the needle. It's going crazy. And Fam is using static electricity to blow up a rock. Whoa. Nice job. Excellent.
Wow, that scared me. Same with Wynn, but... Fam, you do some crazy stuff.
Poor Kajara. This seems illegal.
We did it! Kids, it's a success!
Oh, they've got the oily smear. Smoky smear.
I feel sorry for the Kujaras.
Oh, don't worry about them. They're pretty tough. Oh, I almost forgot. As promised, I'll let you kids be the first on the gondola. If you want to go to the forest, you can use it anytime.
Fam, you could have punched it. He could, couldn't he?
You also mentioned something about the evil pigs. Let me give you this.
An ice pig bag.
Thank you very much, fam.
How does Tomba 2 stack up to 1 for you so far? Well, you say so far, Embalm. I've 100%ed this game many times in the past, so I've now played both of those games all the way through. So, yeah, in terms of what I experienced of Tomba 1, I mean, it's difficult because there's like such a nostalgia factor for this game in particular because I had it as a kid and I only had the demo of Tomba 1. So this game means a lot to me from that angle. I love this soundtrack, by the way. You get snow fireflies in this forest for some reason. It's spooky here. Look how spooky it is. We've gone from Christmas to spooky. This is a ghost. He doesn't let you through. In fact, you can actually jump over his head, I think. But anyway. I forgot that you hear little laughter. Little bits of laughter in the background in this area. That's kind of creepy. I like it, but it's creepy.
This is the Donglin Forest. The evil pig's magic has scattered ghosts all over the place.
Donglins.
Look, there's a ghost over there.
Oh, there's a ghost over there.
He doesn't like the cold. If you cool it and bite it, it'll disappear.
Oops. Another ghost sticker. So, you can ice them. It's materialized. And then you just bite it. Oh, and then its spirit goes over there. One bud has appeared. This is a donglin. I mean, I always assumed this is what a donglin is anyway. It's never really explained what a donglin is. But I think these sort of weird, slightly organic looking platforms are donglins. We've got these swinging things. It's a great back and track, this area. Na. Oh yeah, these ghost pigs, they reach out and try and grab you. And if they get you, they ghost you up and then you go invisible. And if you can bite one of them, then you become uninvisible again. Or as some doctors would call it, visible. But when you're invisible, you can go inside a ghost sticker. But there's various things you can't do. You can't wear clothes if you're invisible for some reason, apart from your pants, which is just as well. And yeah, there's like I think you can't talk to people. You can't like grab hold of certain things. I'll get that later. Sometimes it's quite nice having locked chests because you can just use them for platforming. If you whack a ghost pig, it will just disappear instantly. Unlike every other fodder pig that you have to deal with in this game, where you have to hit them and then throw them. So we've got 3 buds. And then flipping Gengar appears. Kill the guards. Okay. Oops. Uh-oh. Na 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 na. Uh-oh. This was a bad move. Whoops. That's fine. Oh, hello. Just go up here and grab some... Kill the Gengars. Very good, Enbarlum. Very good. I've got this stuff. That's a blue fruit. Got all my gems. Ow. That's Spiky. Spikey. Spikle Johnson. You can hear the Gengard tongue going beoing. If I come up here, we've got some gems. Oh! Got a laughing door here. Which Mizuno's hidden house. Oh, I forgot about the creepy laughter, man. It's a bit unnerving. Climb up this ladder. And in here, this is an artist's atrium. Oh, he looks sad. Oh, I've remembered what we get as a reward for this quest. This is good.
I'm almost finished painting, but it's missing something.
It's, hello, it is missing something. I am almost finished with the painting, but I cannot, I think it is maybe too red and orange and yellow, and it needs a little something called the bleu. Bleu. Something blue. I've run out of the blue fruit. I cannot do any more blue stuff. Hello. It is hard to wear this with. Oh no.
What do you mean? I just brought it.
I brought some blue fruit for you.
Oh yes, that's the color I want.
Bleu. Mais oui.
Thanks. You know what?
Zut alors.
Oh, he's drawn Mario.
I just had an inspiration.
Really? What is it?
Just watch. It will be a masterpiece.
Okay, if you insist. Oh!
Splendid. So dynamic. So intense. It's perfect.
Wait.
Tomba, are you okay?
Oh, I'm really sorry. I get so caught up in my paintings.
Are you hurt? Non. Je suis fine.
I was able to finish a fine painting. Thank you. Take this for your trouble.
This guy loves blue so much that he gives me his blue key. Blue key.
A key to the blue treasure chest. Are you sure this is okay?
Sacre bleu.
Positive. I'm not interested in treasures. Don't worry about it.
Just take it.
What should I draw next?
Something white. So I can have the white treasure chest key from you next. So here we go. Magic juice. So I'm not going to open all these blue chests right now. I've got too much to do. Too much to do. What I will do, though, is swang up here real quick. Oh, we're getting the grapple soon, actually. That's going to be great. Well, while I'm up here, I may as well get all the treasure chests, but I wasn't going to. But I've had to come up for another reason. But sure, why not? When in the sky, do as the sky people do, which is to... Oh, no. To open blue chests. Fly left. Oh, I'm too low. I need to go higher. That's fine. Oh, hello. Excuse me, sir. I think I grab this, jump high upwards, and then I think from there I might make it, or I possibly need a grapple. Oh yeah, I'm going to need a grapple to get up there, but that's fine. At least I know that I can't do it, rather than thinking that I can. Well, I'll get those gems when I come back to this area, but there's a platform on the far left you may have seen just out of view, or barely in view it was. And we'll go there at some point. Right, get my hammer now, because we're going to fight the Gengard. It's got a weird tongue. Howie. Don't really know how to do this without it getting you with its tongue when it first spits it out. But anyway, I got him. Rule of threes. Oh, it's a dongling bell.
Tomba, this is the dongling bell. People say the bell can get you back to the place where you started. With this bell, you will surely get back to the dongling forest.
So that's an easy fast travel mechanic that doesn't deplete your magic wings. So you can ring the dongling bell whenever you want, and we'll get back here. We could go further now into the deep forest. I'll just show you what is in the deep forest, but we're not going to advance any further from here. I will nip back now to the Kujara Ranch, and we'll do hide and seek. Oh no, guys, I've got some real bad news for you.
Wow, this stone image almost looks alive.
Guys, it's Baron.
There's a message carved into the stone.
No.
I disobeyed the evil pig. Baron, I rest here turned to stone.
Our best friend Baron.
The evil pig turned him to stone. Can't we do something to turn him back?
Remember Baron?
What about it, Tomba?
Aww.
Friend of Tomba. All the more reason to help him. Can't we turn him back somehow?
Baron was the puppy that we rescued in the first game. He becomes a magic wings that you can fly anywhere without spending any magic wings. Dongling Bell will specifically take me to Dongling Forest. Use it as many times as I like, won't cost anything. Magic wings will take me anywhere I want, but I've only got 14 of them. Not that I will probably ever need 14 of them, but you never know. But Baron will take you anywhere you want, like magic wings. So you have a choice like this, but it won't cost you any, you can use him forever. But we don't have him right now, and we will get him eventually. But welcome to a slightly creepy area. Look at these fruit. They laugh and cry. When you eat them, I've entered a laughing state, which means if I try and swing my weapon, all that happens is Stumpy laughs. He thinks it's real funny. This is a creepy hovering skeleton. I'll drop down on you if you go underneath him. There is a crying fruit. Oh, steady now. Here's crying fruit. And he will cry if you swing your weapon. And he'll run and cry. But fortunately, unlike in Tomba 1, he doesn't do it randomly, which he used to do. He did. You would be walking along and he would suddenly like run and cry off the edge or something. This is a normal fruit. It will cure you of a laughing or crying state. And of course, laughing and crying doors will allow you to get in and out of laughing and crying doors. But now if I try and talk to these people... Oh no, it's fine.
If you try to eat fruit with a colored skin, you'll end up laughing or crying. But there are doors in this world that can be opened by laughing or crying. That's when the mystery mushroom comes in handy, because it lets you control laughing and crying.
And crying. So at the moment, if I want to enter a laughing or a crying door, I have to come here. Oh, he wants the mystery mushroom.
What? No, unfortunately, I don't have one of those.
And then it means I have to try and navigate my way back to wherever the door is. Like there's a laughing door above the mining area, the trolley stop. So I would have to get there whilst in a laughing state, and I wouldn't be able to swing my weapon. So what you really want is actually to be able to go there and then eat a thing that will make you become laughing. And we'll eventually get one of those.
Hey,
but
isn't laughing and crying hard to handle? Doesn't it make it hard to move? I know that eating the pink fruit can bring you back to normal. And because the normal fruit never runs out when you're walking, you can always get back to normal.
Likewise, there is a portable item called a portable normal fruit. So we'll find one of those eventually as well. What? I don't have one.
If I had one, I would give it to you as a present. But I don't have one. You'll have to look for yourself.
So we've learned all about laughing and crying doors and fruit. I need to find a normal mushroom now, a normal fruit. I think there's one down here somewhere. There's one doing a dangle. Uh-oh. This might throw me out of the... Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay, that's fine. We're going to leave that area for now. There's all sorts of gubbins to do in there, which we won't do right now. Oh, whoops. I might just, while I'm here, do one ghost sticker. Man, it's a bit dodgy trying to do this when you don't have your flying squirrel suit on. Because okay, fine. I might still be invisible actually when I spot. Yeah, I am. Okay, so this is a ghost sticker. You can walk into it. I think normally just have stuff inside them, like items.
I rarely get visitors in here. Okay, I'll tell you a secret.
Yeah.
There are other places just like this that you can enter only while invisible. And one of those places has an item that can turn you back to normal from the invisible state.
There you go. I'm curious, if I go in the hot spring, will that cure me of invisibility? You know, I said there are other states that you can enter, not just oily smear. I would like to think that the hot spa will cure me of laughter, crying, invisibility, oil, but I don't know. Let's find out. Certainly heal me up, if nothing else. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Time to ring that bell. Gotta go and bite a ghost now. really getting good use out of my magic wings on this run. Normally, when I play this game, I just never use them. I run everywhere. But actually, it's quite nice just fast traveling. And like I say, normally I would just end the game with a whole bunch of them in my inventory, which is not what you want. Hello, ghost man? I don't think they can actually see me. I think I really am invisible, so they won't actually attack me. But I want to attack them so that I'm no longer invisible, like that. Put my squirrel clothes back on. Swish. And then, again, I'm going to... magic wings down to the ranch area. We'll play hide and seek, we'll find those gals, and then we'll call it a day. But I hope you're enjoying Tomba 2. I am. I'm having a really good time playing it. It's taking me right back. I don't know why... Well, I was going to say I don't know why it's taken me this long to play it, but number one, I played it 2 years ago, and then just didn't continue because I got distracted by some other new game, I think. And number two, it's because I wanted to play the original game before I played this one. See down there? There's a girl right underneath me. She's in the slide. So I'll slide into her DMs. I'll slide into her DMs. No, excuse me. I'm trying to think where the third one is. I know there's one up here. So, you grab this snowball. Uh-oh. No, I've rolled. Oh, now I can't get her. I have to leave the area and come back. Oh, I think one of them might be up top, actually. Okay, hang on. Down here. There's one.
What? I can't believe you checked here of all places. You're good. And as promised, here's a snow firefly.
Thank you. The other girl, the one that's not in the hole, have I got enough AP now for this? No. Yes. Pig nose panel. Is there a girl up here? Yes.
Oh, you found me.
Hmm.
And I thought it was such a good spot. Well, a promise is a promise. Here you go.
I don't really want you. I mean, I do because I need them, but it's not the best reward, is it? Especially when they literally come out of the ground in this area. But I guess only a finite number of them do. Ow. So now, annoyingly, unless these snowballs respawned, I don't think it has, I have to now leave the area. Because I need this snowball to throw in that hole to make her in that top hole come out. I don't think I can just throw my boomerang in there. I have to, like... Is it enough to have... No, it's not. I have to leave the whole world, I think. Make everything spawn back in. I think that's how it works. Ba-da-da-da-dum. That traveller's hanging out there, actually. I could speak to him, see what if he's got anything to say. I don't know. So, down here... Is it there? It's there. So... Let me clear that out of the way. And then... No! Oh, jeez. If I die... That will reset it. I think that's actually enough. I think you just need to game over. There we go. Annoyingly, I've got to do that again at some point because I think something else ends up in that hole. I think something is always in that hole. And normally if I'd thrown something in there, it would have come out. But because she was in there, she comes out instead.
I thought you'd never find me here. I can't believe it. You're pretty good. Here's your prize.
A flippin' firefly. Thanks. Thanks for that. Ready or not, here I come.
Amazing. You found us all. Don't see how we could have lost. But come on up anytime. We'll have another game ready for you.
Oh yeah, what game is it? It's some kind of memory game, I think. Ironically, I can't remember. Or no, it's a logic game actually. It's quite interesting. It's like who's lying and who's telling the truth. So I'm gonna have one more look for stuff in that hole. Now that she's not in there. It might be actually only when we cure this area. Okay, a fruit. Brilliant. Thanks for that. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I know that end of the stream is overdue, but I'm going to nip back to the Town of the Fishermen. I'm going to run from the start of the Town of the Fishermen, opening blue chests, and make my way to the trolley stop, and I'll have 3 more goes on the trolley. And then we'll end the stream. Any blue chests on this side? I don't think so. It's that green one that's really hard to get, but yeah, that's going to be a grapple job. There's something we can do with the seesaws and those barrels eventually, but I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to wait until later on to do some of that. Again, it just gives us a reason to kind of backtrack to some of these areas, which I think is, like I say, in some ways it can be quite nice to do that. Not always. You don't always want to be backtracking in games, but if it's done right, I think it feels quite, you know, worthwhile. I think there's only this one here, the only blue chest. And it's a pot of life. How dull. How desperately dull. Wins Windmill Shed. Will Peter manage the trolley run in 3 goes, says the poll. Vote on there, everyone. Do you think I will do it in 3 goes or less? Or fewer? Or less? Or more? Doing. Do we have any blue? There is a blue chest somewhere in this area. I know there is. Up in the sky, up here, is it? Yes, it is. Oh! My magic gauge grew. That's a word I will never, ever, ever learn how to spell. Gauge. And I don't know why, because when I look at it, it looks so right. And I'm like, yeah, of course that's how you spell gauge. But I'm always baffled by the spelling of gauge. Ooh. Oh, that's what I meant. I knew there was something else I wanted to do in the machine room when I was there before. Never washed my mud balls, as it were. But that's fine. Just check down here for blue chests as well. Not sure if there is one, but... Oops. Oh, well, I may as well grab these while I can, but I've got to come back later and get some of the bits that are further in. Okay, trolley stop. It's time. Oh, I never saw the poll result, actually. I was so focused on... What was the poll? It's gone. I just can't see it. In fact, will it have the result in the chat somewhere? What do you think, chat? It was 41% yes, 59% no.
Shall we start the hoisting?
I guess.
Deliver to that point over there. I think the cement takes 1 minute and 16 seconds to harden.
It takes 1 minute, 16 seconds, and 12 milliseconds, I believe. No, I don't know. I don't know if the milliseconds are that precise, but it's probably 1 minute 16 on the head. That's probably what you have to beat. Right, here we go. The lean forward, the serious. Lean into those corners, Tomby. Lean into them. Oh, 28, but I didn't jump super far. Speed went down quite bad on lap 2, so this isn't looking like a particularly great run. I think I left lap 1 at a reasonable pace, like I'd made it, I'd done good time, but I wasn't going as fast as I could have been, and I didn't jump as far, and that's just had a knock-on effect, that whole thing. No, this is not a good run at all. I mean, it's not terrible. It's all in margins of like 1.5 seconds, but that wasn't good. So we'll have another go. Right. 3, 2, 1, go! Good first opening corner there. See, I'm not going to brake at the bottom here. You don't need to. But if you brake at the top... 85, 84, 83, 87... Oh, you really lose your speed. Yeah, you don't brake at the bottom there. It feels like you should in order to keep it 48 miles an hour. Oh, that's a dead... This is a dead run for sure. Surprised I made the jump, to be honest. Yeah, it's not worth. I decided to brake it on lap 2 so that first corner, my wheels weren't on the flipping ceiling. But 14, 15, 16. Okay, at least I'm learning things. Do not brake on lap 2, even though it feels like it improves the overall lap. It's not. It doesn't. It doesn't do that at all. No, don't do that. See, I'm overdoing that second corner. I'm actually tipping the wrong way. before I get to it. Anyway, never mind. Oh! I leant the wrong way, leant left there. So that was meant to be my third go, but that was like a silly error there. I'm gonna do a cheeky fourth run, as most of you predicted I would. Oh, not a single squeak sound effect there. .108 miles an hour. That was not a bad jump. Oh, I'm looking at the flipping chat there as well. What's that banner? Oh, people betting. Oh, you see, I thought it was a poll. People are actually betting. Didn't notice that it was chat points. Channel points, Twitch points, whatever they're called. Sweet. It's 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15. Hey! Hell yeah! Yahoo! I made it to the finish line. I cost some people a lot of channel points there by leaning left on a hard right turn for some reason.
You did it on time.
Don't sound so surprised.
Good work.
Now I'm morbidly curious to see how hard track number 2 is.
Since you work so hard, I've got another bucket for you. You can pour in cold or hot water and carry it around.
Ah, so I can have hot and cold water with me at all times.
Hardens even faster. It's probably impossible without a faster trolley. Actually, we already got the new trolley. Look.
Oh.
This is great. It's so light, no other trolley even comes close.
Why didn't you let me use that trolley for round 1?
This trolley might let us hoist the cement. Let's give it a try.
So I think this is 1 minute 12 now. I wonder if it makes it harder for me to stay on the track. Turbo trolley.
I'm counting on you, boys.
Boys, plural. Yeah, Zippo's really helping me out here. Oh, he didn't give me an estimate that time. I think it's 112. Or 113. I think I don't know. Oh, if you want to quit, use triangle. I didn't know that. Oh. Jeez, it's fast now. Oh, flip me. Oh my god. I forgot how fast this was. Oh. I mean, I hit the brakes there, but I don't know if I needed to. According to the guide, I don't need to hit the brakes there, but... Huh. 148 at the wiggly sign. This is way faster, this trolley. Ah! 1 minute 10. Jeez. Oh. No. Absolutely not. It's a bit more fun to ride, but Jesus. Here's a bucket of hard cement for you, sir.
Longer to figure out how to steer this trolley.
Tomba's best time, 1:12.90. Latest time, 1:12.90. Hell yeah. Good. Well, that is about all we're gonna do today. Look, I've got 8 HP now. My gauge has filled up to 8. So I'm just thinking where's best to save the game for next time. I think we'll head back to the Donglin Forest actually. Have I got anything in my inventory that like anyone might need or anything like that? I might grab some boiling water. I don't know what I might need it for, but now that I've got 2 buckets, I may as well have one. Always have one stocked. Bucket is now hot water bucket. The dried fish, says Dynacat. No, the dried fish... In fact, did I give those to the chef? Because you put the dried fish in... you give them... Hello, Tomba! Oh, you were saying, when I was saying, I wonder if I've got anything that anyone needs. Yeah, I mean, yes, the dry... Let me at least... I'll make sure I've got 1 in my inventory, because no doubt I'll come across someone who, for example... Yeah, if some... Oh, well, that's actually quite useful to have, because I hate being invisible in this game. I might just sit through this painful...
I have some recipe.
Painful process of watching this man animate 4 times. Just mash the circle button. Once we've done this, we probably never have to see this man ever again, because I will not be picking up any more meat, because I can only get the meat from being in this room. I'm going to actively avoid that potato that keeps respawning at the top of the first Kujara Ranch area. You may have noticed me jumping over it. I don't like having potatoes in my inventory that aren't boiled, because an unboiled potato in this game is worth nothing. So it's just cluttering up my inventory. But in order to boil it, I have to go and double boil it in the hot tap, and then I have to bring it here and watch a man chop it up and turn it into a potato sandwich. I have the time for that. Anyway, that's all my ingredients done. I'm never going to dry any more fish. I'm never going to pick up that meat, and I'm going to try and jump over that potato every time I pass it. You see the Sony News TP? They're buying Bungie, says Anbalam. Yeah, we were talking about it earlier when it broke. What a weird thing. So we've got some sandwiches, special lunch, large lunch box, magic water. Got the dregs, I know what they're for. Itching salve. We have to bake a banana for Charles, but I'm not doing that now. Ring the Donglin bell. Cool, well, I'm going to save it here. Oh, Baron. Save. Got 2 pig bags now, I think. Yeah. And we've done 51 out of 71 events. Have we really? Or is that just the ones we've unlocked? I think there's like 100 events. Yeah, no, it just means 51 out of 71 that we've activated. God, it's a solid fruit, that. It's like an avocado. Cool. Let me also quick save. Okay, that is safely quick saved. Wonderful. Close the game. Head back to hello mouse. Head back to full screen. Hello, it's me, Big Face Tiny Peter. Thank you everyone for being with me on the stream today. I've had a nice time. I hope you have too. We're having a wonderful, magical Technicolor adventure, aren't we, in the land of Tomba 2. I hope you're good. And don't forget to check out the YouTube channel, where a list will have gone out from Ashton herself, the one and only Ashton Matthews. So have a look at that. What else? I hope you had a good weekend, and check out the joint stream on Thursday. Blaze it. I don't know what we're going to be playing actually, because Ben and Ashton finished Minecraft last week, so we'll have a new 3-person on the sofa live stream happening on Thursday. How exciting! And it will be for a game. Don't know. Maybe they said in the previous stream. I don't know. Did they say in the joint stream what we're going to play? I'm none the wiser, but it may have happened. Good. So that'll be it, I suppose. I could ramble on about what's happening this week, and follow us on Facebook and all kinds of rubbish, but I'm not going to. Just follow us on Facebook and have a look at what's happening this week, just as it happens on the YouTube channel. Stay subscribed and stuff, and follow us on social media. Cool, wonderful. Enjoy your Monday nights, everyone, and I will see you live on Thursday. And in the meantime, I'll just be doing lists and stuff, the usual. So see you on the channel, etc. Cool. Bye for now.